Had been raining for 3 days, straight in the sleepy town of Greenwood Falls. The kind of slow, steady rain that soaked through everything. Not just your clothes, but your thoughts, your memories, your worries. Daniel Cooper, 34-year-old single dad with a carpenter's hands and a janitor's paycheck, leaned against the front doorframe of the small duplex he rented, sipping lukewarm coffee and watching his 8-year-old son, Ely, goats down the swollen gutters. Life wasn't easy for Daniel, but it was simple. He woke up at 5 a.m., Eli's school lunch, dropped him off, cleaned half the school buildings in the district, then picked him up, cooked dinner, and helped with homework. Repeat what life had become after Melissa. His wife and Ellie's mother passed away 3 years ago. Breast cancer, stage 4. She was only 30. Daniel still hadn't recovered. Not really. But Ely gave him a reason to keep going, even when the days felt like they bled together. That afternoon, as the sky grumbled and the clouds cracked open once again, Daniel spotted someone walking down Willow Street. At first, it was just a blur in the mist. A woman carrying something, or maybe someone. She was dressed in camo fatigues, her boots caked in mud, and a large military rucksack clung to her back. What caught Daniel's eye was the way she cradled the bundle in her arms, like it was everything she had left in the world. Dad, is that a soldier? Daniel narrowed his eyes. Looks like it. The woman stumbled slightly, and that was enough. Instinct kicked in. Daniel jogged through the rain and crossed the street. He called out, "Are you okay?" She looked up, startled. Her face was pale, her dark hair pulled into a wet, messy bun beneath a weather-beaten cap. But her eyes, there was something about her eyes. They were exhausted, frightened, all at once. And then Daniel heard it, a soft cry, not from her, from the bundle. "I'm looking for the shelter," she said, almost breathless. "I haven't slept in 2 days. Said it was down on Main, but you're a good 4 blocks off. And they're full, passed by this morning," Daniel said gently. The woman's knees wobbled slightly. "I don't know where else to go." Daniel hesitated. He didn't have much. Just 2 bedrooms, a leaky roof, and a fridge that groaned every time it was opened. But he'd been raised better than to leave a woman and a baby out in the cold. "Come inside," he said. "It's not much, but it's dry." She looked torn for a moment, like every military protocol in her head was screaming not to trust a stranger. But the baby let out another sharp wail, and that settled it. Inside, Daniel set out a towel, heated some water, and gave her one of Eli's old baby blankets. She unzipped her coat carefully and revealed the child underneath. A tiny infant, wrapped in a thin hospital blanket. "She's barely 2 weeks old." The woman murmured, brushing a finger across the baby's red cheek. Daniel swallowed. "Is she yours?" The woman hesitated. I'm not her biological mother." Daniel tilted his head. "I served overseas," she said. "In Kandahar. Lily's mother was one of the local interpreters. Saved my life twice. She died during an ambush. No family left. Before she passed, she asked me to get Lily out. I had to pull every string, bend every rule. I nearly got court marshaled just trying to bring her stateside." Daniel sat down slowly. "And now you're what?" "ABOL." She didn't answer. She just looked down at the baby, who had now drifted into a soft sleep. That was answer enough. "Name's Daniel," he said finally. "This is my son Eli." Eli stepped forward shyly. I used to be a baby too. But now I read chapter books." Despite everything, the soldier laughed. A quiet, tired laugh that cracked at the edges. "I'm Claire," she said. "Captain Claire Monroe." "Well, Captain Claire Monroe, Daniel said. How about some soup? They sat in the kitchen, the fluorescent light flickering like it always did when it rained. Claire spoon-fed herself in slow, cautious bites, while Daniel prepared a bottle with one of Eli's old baby supplies he found in the attic. He didn't ask how long she'd been on the run. He didn't need to. She wore it in the hollowness of her cheeks and the way she kept glancing toward the door, like someone might burst in at any moment. What's the plan? Daniel asked softly once Eli had gone to bed. Claire shook her head. I was hoping to stay under the radar until I could meet someone in Chicago. She's an immigration lawyer, might help get Lily legal status. But I never made it that far. My ride left me at a gas station outside of town. I've been walking since yesterday. Daniel leaned back. Why you? She looked up. Why did you risk everything for her? You didn't have to. Claire's jaw tightened. I've seen too much death to let one more innocent slip through the cracks. Lily didn't ask for any of this. Her mother was brave, kind. She gave everything. I couldn't just leave her baby behind, not to that place. Daniel nodded slowly. You did the right thing. Claire's eyes watered then, though she quickly blinked it away. Sometimes the right thing costs everything. Daniel understood that more than she knew. Daniel gave her his bed and slept on the couch. He stared at the ceiling, thinking about the way Lily had curled into Claire's chest like she belonged there. He thought about Melissa and how, before she died, she'd whispered, "Don't stop being kind, Daniel. That's who you are." Morning broke with a knock at the door. Daniel opened it cautiously to find a man in a black jacket standing on the porch. Mr. Cooper? The man asked. Who's asking? Name's Reyes. Homeland Security. He flashed a badge too quickly. We're looking for a woman who may have crossed paths with you. Claire Monroe. Former Army. Went missing 2 weeks ago, suspected of international child trafficking. Daniel's stomach turned to ice. You're mistaken, he said evenly. Never heard of her. Reyes studied his face for a long moment. If you see her, you call me. She's considered dangerous. When Daniel shut the door, Claire was already standing in the hallway. She'd heard everything. No, Daniel said. They're wrong. You have a son. You can't risk him. Daniel looked toward Eli's room. I'd want someone to do the same if it were him. Claire stared at him, like she didn't know whether to cry or salute. Over the next few days, Daniel helped hide her. He called in sick for the first time in years. They mapped alternate routes, reviewed bus stations, tried to contact the lawyer in Chicago using burner phones. It was chaos. But in the middle of it all, something unexpected happened. Lily smiled at him. Just once, while he held her and rocked her gently after Claire fell asleep. That little toothless grin broke something wide open in Daniel's chest. He hadn't held a baby in years. And in that one look, Lily made him feel something he hadn't dared feel since Melissa died hope. One night, as the rain returned, and thunder rolled across the town, Claire stood at the back door with her rucksack packed. I'm leaving tonight, she said. It's too dangerous for you. Daniel stepped in front of her. And I'm coming with you. She looked up sharply. Daniel, no. You need someone who knows the back roads. Someone who can drive. Someone who can make it look like a father with a baby, not a wanted soldier smuggling an orphan. Claire stared at him. I don't have much, he said. I know people in Springfield. They owe me. They can help get you through. She hesitated. Why are you doing this? Daniel glanced at Lily. Because that baby deserves a chance. And so do you. They left that night, under cover of darkness, Just a single dad, a soldier, and a baby who changed everything. Neither of them knew where the road would end. But one thing was certain. This wasn't just about escape anymore. It was the beginning of something bigger. Something worth fighting for.